Amaziah was 25 years old and king. He reigned over Judah for 29 years. The Bible said he did that which was right in the sight of God, but not with a perfect heart. How do you do something right, not with a perfect heart? And it is chronicled in the book of Chronicles, the second book of Chronicles, the 25th chapter. It says that some people killed his daddy. And when he became king, he slew those servants that killed his father. But he did not kill their children. Because he remembered what Moses said that gives you good success. And that is, the fathers shall not die for the children, neither shall the children die for the fathers, but every man shall die for his own sin. Whatever doubts you may have, whatever doubts may harbor in you are your own. They don't belong to anyone else. Somebody along the way might have spoken something to your mind and told you you couldn't do it, but when you bought into it, you owned it. So any doubt that you have the ability to accomplish things, it may have come from someone who told you you cannot, when you very much had the power to do far more than they could do on any given day. You tell me you know the Lord, I know it by the results. Amaziah felt a little afraid. So what he did, he went into battle, taking Judah into battle, Judah and Benjamin. He took a census, and there were 300,000 of them. But he said, I don't have enough soldiers to fight. So he hired 100,000 mighty men of valor from Israel. And he hired them for 3.5 tons of silver. At today's price, he hired them for $2,161,200. But after he hired them and paid them the money, the $1 million, the man of God, have to be careful with them. It's not a curse. But the man of God came to him and said, O king, don't let that army fight with you. For the Lord is not with them. Israel had done something, the kingdoms had divided, and now we have Judah and Benjamin and the other 10 kingdoms. He said the Lord is not with them, and particularly, he's not with Ephraim. And he said, but if you will go anyway with them, be strong, because God will make you fall before your enemy. Some of us take on people and situations that are not good for us. We believe that we need someone else to help us do something, and we make partnerships with those who cannot help us. Here, the man of God tells him, do not take them, but if you decide not to follow what I'm saying, go into battle and be strong, because you're going to lose. And then he said this, for God has power to help and to cast down. Amaziah then told the man of God, like many of us would do, I already paid for it. I already hired them. What shall I do for my $1 million? And the man of God answered him there in verse 9. The Lord is able to give you much more than this. The Lord is able to give you much more than this. Amaziah went into the battle with the people God gave him, and he won. He won, he won, he won. But when he defeated the enemy, he saw some of their gods about the perfect heart. he saw some of their gods and he went over and said, oh, this is one of their gods. And he started to worship that God that he found in the streets. Then a man of God, a prophet, came to him and said, why did you take on the God of a people you defeated? If the God they had didn't help them, why are you looking for their God to help you? Doesn't make any sense. Isn't that something how people can tell you how to do all the stuff, like people who don't speak words irrespective of their situation? A man of God told a woman, he said, make me a little cake first, but he didn't do it because he just couldn't do something. Sometimes people will make merchandise of us and say, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, but they have nothing to return to you. And some of you are faced with situations where you need the Lord's hand, but don't buy into another God.